Hi everybody, my name is Rhys Barber. I'm the audiologist here at Audiology Associates. We upload new earwax removal videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time, so please consider subscribing. Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thank you very much for watching our earwax removal video today. So there's 3 patients in this video. First patient's come through with one ear that was very blocked up, been back and forth to the GP a few times, prescribed lots of drops to pop in there to try and soften the wax up, but unfortunately nothing had really worked. So they came through to the clinic today just for us to give it a quick once over. So very small ear canals for this patient. So you can see we've got the standard size ulnar tube there, not a great deal of room around that. So we're just suctioning up the outer smaller and softer bits of wax here. Just got a grip on one of the harder pieces there. So what you can see is where the drops have gone in, they've softened the outer section here, but behind that where the drops haven't managed to get to, the wax there is still quite hardened up. So you can see we're having to really kind of maneuver this wax, wiggle it back and forth to try and get out of this gap. Just going to clean a little bit more off the entrance as we go. There we are. So you can see we've got a hard piece there much further in. Now this patient's ear canal starts off quite narrow at the entrance here, but then widens out a little bit further in. So what you're going to see in a second is that we come across a piece that's actually way too big to fit out of the canal. So you can see it here. So we've managed to get a grip on it with the microsuction, but unfortunately it's such a hard lump that we can't get a really good grip on it with the suction, and it's too big to fit out the entrance. You can see it's actually completely blocking the canal there. So what I'm going to do is try and get above it and try and get behind it with the Jobson horn, but you can see just how hard and brittle this is. Now in order to get a grip into that with the Jobson horn, you'd have to press so hard on the top that it would be like pressing a stone or a pebble against your ear canal wall, which is quite uncomfortable because there's not a lot of fatty tissue underneath the skin of the canal walls. It's almost directly on top of bone, so it's really uncomfortable if you press anything down onto it. So I'm just trying to get more behind it or a little ledge on the front, but you can see that's all we're doing is just scraping and breaking little bits off. So we're just going to try and move it now to see if we can find a better angle to get it out, or a narrower portion of the wax to remove it. Just trying to move it around, spin it, turn it on its ends, just trying to find some way of getting this out of the canal. You can see it's just not budging. So because we've got a little angular piece at the front following using the Jobson horn, what I'm trying to do here is get a grip on it with the crocodile forceps, but as you can see the center is actually quite crumbly, so only little tiny bits are breaking away. So the other thing you can do is try and clamp it and break it down using the forceps, which is what I'm doing there. So trying to push down top and bottom, so I'm not putting any pressure on the canal wall, but trying to break it from the front, trying to almost kind of trying to snap it in half, if you like, using the force of the forceps. But I can't get a good enough clearance top and bottom to get further on, so I'm only really breaking the front end off here. So now we've taken a little bit off the front end. It's always worth trying then with a suction, because you've made it that slight bit smaller, to try and move it around again and see if we can pop this out. But as you can see, still not quite small enough. So I'm just going to see if we can get behind it and bring it forwards using the Jobson. You can see a little bit of dry white skin there, flaky skin come away. Oh, almost got it there, but it's really jammed. It's still too big. So just going to get rid of this little bit of dry skin that keeps flicking up into my view all the time. Let's take that another little bit of dry wax away there. You can see a little bit of redness there, like at the bottom of the ear canal. So you can see where it's been put. We've just been pushing on it to try and move it out. So that's why you don't want to push too hard on there, because we don't want to cause any discomfort for the patient. You can see how red that's gone already just by using the Jobson horn at the entrance there. So we've got it into a more kind of, it looks like a narrower end of the wax. So we're going to use the crocodile forceps again now, just to try and get a grip by the side. But he slipped off. And now it's wedged, so he can't get the crocodile forceps down either way. So you have to push it back a little bit and then try again. There we are, we got on a little bit further. There you go. There we go. So we managed to break a piece off there. So you can see there's one last little bit to come away. So we'll just grab that with forceps. There you go. Let's take a look in there. And there's the eardrum there. So all looking good. So this is what we removed. So the centre piece around about the 2 centimetre mark there, that was the large piece we were working on for a little while. So you can see all the bits and pieces. Okay, so this is the second patient in the compilation. So what we can see here is we've got quite a large plug of what looks like quite dried up wax. It's got a little bit of softness to it, so not so much, not as hard as the last patient, but a little bit of softness there. Means that when you use the suction, you can usually get a better grip on this kind of wax, and it's staying together quite nicely. You can tell that by as we're lifting from the base of the canal, you can see the whole lot is starting to move. So it's on its way. As with the last patient, the entrance to this canal is slightly smaller than the piece of wax, so it's actually wedged. So you're going to see the camera moving a bit, because I was really wiggling this up and down to try and get it out, because I knew it was going to go, and I'm trying to get a grip on that flatter top section here, let's see, so it gives me a better suction grip. And then we're going to try and bend it to the left as it's coming out to try and bring it around the corner. There we are, and out he pops. There you go. Nice shiny looking eardrum. So this is the piece that came away there. So centre just under 2 centimeters, 1 3/4 inches. So you can see very different wax removals there. Same kind of principle, but you can see the difference between the two. Right, this lady came through with not so much reduced hearing, so there's a little gap in this wax here. This is a combination of very dry wax and dry skin. So it's firmly attached to the canal walls all around it. So I can see a leading edge here at the bottom of the screen there. So what I'm going to do is use the suction tube to try and lift that leading edge off, because if I try and pull the centre, without trying to detach this bit first, it's just going to kind of hang on to that part of the canal wall. So I'm just trying to lift to see if we can get a bit of a gap on him, but he's quite firmly wedged in there. So what I'm going to do now is go in with the crocodile forceps. I can see there's a slight depression in the center, so I'm just twisting the camera and the forceps around to try and get into that position. You can see what I'm aiming for there, top and bottom. The depression isn't as deep as I thought it was going to be, so I managed to get a bit of a grip, but only on the outside edge of this this blockage. And what I can tell by how this is moving is it's more firmly attached to the top than the bottom at the moment. So I'm just trying to work. You can see it pulling out. This was so tough, this piece of wax. I had to put a lot of pressure to pull this out, because it really just did not want to budge. It was really firmly attached everywhere. Even the patient was I could feel the pulling sensations. They were laughing along with me, because it was quite comical. We were having to pull quite hard to get this out. Just trying to pull. There you go. We've got a bit of a leading edge. This is going to snap, I can tell. There you go. So what we're going to do now is go back in. Now we've worked the top and left side loose, so I'm going to work more towards the top and right side now. There you go. You can see the dry skin as it peels away. Patient commented they could feel it peeling out of the ear canal when this bit came away. There we are. So we've got the lion's share of it out now. This is the kind of dry skin at the rear end of that blockage that was holding everything in. Unfortunately, sometimes what happens is that the wax dries around the dry skin, so you end up with these kind of quite firmly attached pieces of wax then, skin in here. Just trying to get underneath this so I can take it out. Using that kind of up and down wiggly motion as we're pulling out, just helps to loosen it. You've got to think that some of this dry skin is obviously still attached to the canal wall, so it just loosens it, helps it to sort of peel and pull out a little bit more easily. Got a little bit of dry skin here at the base. There you go. Oh, almost. There we are. And dry skin there to the, you can see a little flap of dry skin, a little bit of dry skin and wax to the left side. So I'm just going to grab this bit. Whoops, almost. That's the one piece. Let's see if we can get to that section. Somebody asked earlier, I think it was on yesterday, or a video came out yesterday, was why do we roll the forceps? You don't always have the room in here to do that. The forceps are quite wide, they're quite sort of oblong, just behind what you can see on the camera there, so to try and turn them is really difficult, and it's the physical action of moving your arm around and trying to do that in such a small space. You run the risk of kind of scraping it along the canal wall, which can cause a bit of bleeding. I always prefer to kind of take them out, turn, and then go back in again, which is what you saw me do there. And there's the eardrum, so it all came out nicely. This is what we removed, so probably if you squish those bits together, about 3 centimeters, just over an inch and a quarter maybe if you squish them together.
Thank you very much for watching our video today. If you did enjoy the video, then please like. If you're not subscribed already or you'd like to do so, you can click the subscribe button here. If you'd like to check out some more of our videos, they're also up there. Now, if you want to follow us, you can do on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also check our website if you want to know a little bit more about us. As always, guys, until the next time, take care.